Alright guys, this is my 2018 Party Barge 22 XP. It's going on 2 years that I had it, and I kind of want to show you guys what I did with the sound system on it. All the stuff that I put in there, it's all kicker, but at the same time I'm not sure. I want to put some speaker pots, but I'm not sure if this will be a great idea. So if you guys could comment on it, give me some more ideas of putting more speakers on it, let me know. Some of the things I bought in there is I put a 1200 watt kicker Marine for the bass, and the bass tube that I put in here. It's pretty legit, freaking loud. I still have the original stereo on it. I put a kicker Marine 4 channel amp on it too, that powers up to 6.5 inch Marine speakers on it that I put on this series, the KM series LED ones. Let me get up here and I'll show you guys what I did with it. Alright, so you got the KM series LED speakers, 4 of them, freaking loud. And I put in oops, so connected them like that. Then I bought the cable from Amazon, and I ran the cable all around to the battery, each individual one. That was a B, running it all around to the battery, but it actually works out pretty good. And there's actually an app on there that I downloaded that lights them up. I don't even have to buy the app. Well, it's not an app. So show you guys, to kind of give you guys an idea what you guys can do. Sorry for the camera. So this is under the console, and what I did is I bought a capacitor, because at first I was having problems getting power into my amp, my subwoofer, that one, and it was like as soon as I turned it on it will go off, so I wasn't getting enough power. And I'm not a professional, so I did this all myself. You guys can see I put it all in there. Kind of disconnected the stock ones and ran all the wires back over there for the mids, and that's for the kicker subwoofer. So anyway, so I first just bought I think it was like an 8 gauge, or I think it was an 8 gauge power cord, but then I decided to go a little overboard and bought 0 gauge. So I ran the 0 gauge from the battery all the way over here to my capacitor, if you call it that, and it has a LED light in there to show me how many voltage I have for the battery. So now that thing doesn't go off, it just bumps. So I think that was a good investment on my part, buying that to power these 2 little babies. They're pretty much like the kickers are pretty much self-explanatory, how to put them in here and wire them and all that good stuff. So I ran that 0 gauge under the boat, kind of like from where all the other stuff, all the wiring go from the main key fuse box It all goes behind there. So I ran that behind and under the boat, and there's like a section under the boat that kind of like, well, I guess it doesn't get wet, but still I protected the power one. So that's how it looks under there. Still have the same Jensen power source, I mean the stereo, and I put my subwoofer and the little dressing room thing. In there. Kind of like, if I leave it closed, it's kind of like not as loud. So what I do is I just leave it kind of open. I usually put like a water bottle, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna kind of like put this out here like this. But I'm gonna turn it on, show you guys what these babies do. They freaking rock. Alright, so I just paired my phone with the Jensen stereo, and I actually put the bass a little lower, but that's really low right now. I'm gonna bump it up right now. You guys can listen. Get some free stuff. But that's just a little bit loud. I'm not even putting it full blast. So let's see here. Put some other music on. Want to hear some bass? Let's put some bass. See what we've got here. Oh, that's only on 24, and I think I have the stereo on zero bass. So, like I was telling you guys, I ran the zero gauge, both of them are pretty thick wires. I ran them outside, and I brought them back over here. Zero gauge, straight to the battery, power and ground with you guys can see that. Box. Ran that all the way around from where the other cables come in, and the same thing I did with the LED box for the speakers, and I ran the power to the box. me get down and show you guys where I ran wires. Alright, let's see here. Came out from there. That's from the console, from the inside of the console. I put pretty much like a bunch of sealing so the water won't go in there. But from there on, I ran cables all around. You can't really see it from the bottom because they're covered up, so it's out of the water's way, so that's good. Kind of like went through here, through the between the pontoons, but I mean, can't complain. Little upgrade on my sound system, and went through here. It went under there. I believe I have some more wire under there, and it went through here to between there. You can kind of see it, but not. In between the pontoons, and it went through here. Kind of like pull that stuff all the way around. Make sure it was out of the water. And of course, put the thing to bump. So there's an idea of you guys. I haven't seen this anyone do a sound tracker with a sound system, but at night it kind of like bumps even more. Kind of ideas that I did with my where to put the amps instead of kind of like using all the storage place. I put it under the console, but it doesn't really warm up. They stay really cool, so it sounds even louder in my truck. But there we go.
Then it's time to switch. I rock the boat, I work the minute. I speed it up, straight beat it up. And I ain't in the hood with my toes out low. I'm in the telly working up a switch group. Tonight's the night, you fall in love.
That will conclude my video. So please share and like. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.